Hey church family, happy Friday. Good to see you. Funny side note, I've worked in preschool for the past 8 years or so, maybe plus or minus. And so of course I'm used to greeting the audience by, hey boys and girls, or good morning boys and girls. And so I wanted to do that just about every time I start my video. And I have to remember that's not my audience, it's ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, hey, big weekend coming up. It's Mother's Day. So I have a funny story. I actually don't really remember this because I was so young. I just remember hearing about it. It's been told over and over, and then seeing the few pictures that were taken then. So I don't know if any of you know, but my dad is a music minister. So on Sundays he has to leave. He would leave early every Sunday morning to get up to church and get ready. So that left my mom, like most wives of ministers, home getting the kids ready and herself ready for church. So it was the summer. It was May of 1981. So it was Mother's Day of 1981. I was 5, and or I was almost 5. Maybe I was 4, but and my younger sister was 2, and my mom was pregnant with a 3rd child, which was a girl, by the way, but they didn't know back then. And she said back then in the early 80s, women always wore dresses and pantyhose and heels, no matter if you were pregnant or not. So she was 7 months pregnant. May, Mother's Day. It's already getting hot. I don't know if you've been in Oklahoma, but not only do they have heat like we do, but it's not dry heat. They have humidity, and it can just engulf you. It's so, I know the Brichards know what I'm talking about. I mean, it can be pretty just drenching, really. Anyways, so it was time to go get ready for church or to leave. I was ready. My mom was ready. Even had her corsage on that my dad had gotten her, and she can't find my sister. She's not in the house. She finds her dress on the floor, and then she realizes that the front door is open. And my little 2-year-old sister somehow had opened the door, managed to get out of her dress, open the door, and get halfway down the block. And so my mom had to go out chasing her in her pantyhose and heels, and in the heat. And I think, needless to say, I think my sister got spanked all the way home. But anyways, and then of course, you had to calm yourself down to get ready to walk into church all happy and smiling. I know some of us can relate to that. My personal mother story, I don't have anything like that, but my girls' school where they go to, the elementary school, was partnered with HEB at the time. This was years ago, because Olivia, my oldest, who's a senior now, was there. So this is even in her early years of elementary school. They had a deal with HEB. You could sign a form and pay $8 and send it back, and then the child would get out of class and they would get to decorate like an 8-inch round cake for Mother's Day. It'd be a white cake, but they would get to ice it and decorate it. And so nothing makes the child prouder than something that they've made for you, especially a cake. It is like they made the cake, even though they just decorated it. And so that went on for several years. And then it became time that my middle daughter, Emerson, went to school. Well, of course, she wanted to make a cake too, and I couldn't figure out a way to say, Olivia, let Emerson have this time. So for 2 years, I had 2 cakes on Mother's Day. So it's kind of funny. After those 2 years, HEB quit doing it. So I never had to mess with 2 cakes again. But anyways, just a little funny Mother's Day story. We're going back to our triceps. So we're going to go back to that original exercise where you have your canned vegetable or your hand weight, and make sure you keep your arm propped up here. 10 to 12 slow, controlled repetitions. If you are up to it, if you're able, you can not support yourself, support your arm. Just make sure the weight the momentum doesn't make your arm jerk forward. But if you do this, I would definitely lower the rep count, 8 to 10 reps, and just back and forth all the while during your TV show. Switch arms, and then once you're through with the other arm, the opposite arm, just take a small break, 30 seconds to a minute, however long you need, all the while during your TV programming or movie, news, whatever you're watching. Okay, today's devotional Do not long for the absence of problems in your life. That is an unrealistic goal, since in this world you will have trouble. You have an eternity of problem-free living reserved for you in heaven. Rejoice in that inheritance, which no one can take from you, but do not seek your heaven on earth. Begin each day anticipating problems, asking me to equip you for whatever difficulties you will encounter. The best equipping is my living presence, my hand that never lets go of yours. Discuss everything with me. Take a lighthearted view of trouble, seeing it as a challenge that you and I together can handle. Remember that I am on your side and I have overcome the world. Goodness, that last sentence says it all, right? Remember that I am on your side and I have overcome the world. And we just have to remind ourselves of that, and that he is here and that he cares and he loves us. And we love you. And to all you women out there, happy Mother's Day, and we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.